Hey OG, how are you? Hey Grace, how are you? How's everybody doing tonight? I'm doing okay. I thought I'd hop on for a little bit, see how everybody's doing. I'm not going to be on too long tonight, but I figured I'd be on for a little bit. Oh no, what happened? Was it just not working out for you guys? A sage before I start tonight. Oh wow. Yeah, I would too. I definitely would too. Cleansing space. Good for you. Yeah, you don't need that negative, that kind of negative energy in your life. Cleansing everybody. Cleansing. Bringing lots of positivity tonight. All right. October. 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 Fuji for October. So before I even pull for you, I automatically get a feel like you definitely have some goals in mind. Yeah. Yeah. I don't even have to pull. I can already feel that. Um, I do feel like making the choices that you made currently is definitely good. Like, I feel like how you're going, what you're going through with this person, excuse me, I feel like you made the right decision. Um, because I sense that there's also, I feel like you knew something was going on between this connection between you and that person. And I sense like there was some, some trust. Like I think you knew in a sense of like what was possibly going on, but I think it was like you were waiting until you got um, that information that you needed. But I do feel like you making that move was definitely a good choice for you. Yeah, evidence. Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. I feel like I feel like there's going to be some organization in your life that's going to be needed, to definitely go towards your goals. I feel like you know what you're doing and you're definitely doing the right path for it. I just think that for whatever goals that you have in mind, that I think that making sure you have everything in place, make sure that all of, you know, all of your you check marking everything off you need and making sure that things are organized in that way is going to be definitely needed. Um, definitely coming up forward for you. And I think that really trying, processing everything. I feel like this is financial stuff, though. You know what I mean? So if you're working on money in that sense, really trying to buckle down on figuring out, if you're doing career wise or for whatever it may be, I feel like this is financial stuff because I'm really feel like this is kind of like getting everything in place. Like this isn't just jumping into something, or maybe you have, you've got big goals, but I think it's really, say if you have a big goal, kind of like just pulling back a little bit and just really starting with a smaller goal to get to that bigger goal is definitely going to be the best thing for you. Um, in that sense, I think that's definitely something you're going to want to be focusing on, but I don't see it really being an issue. I think that I feel like I think the only thing is being distracted. I feel like you might become distracted a little bit, um but I feel like you pretty much know what you need to be doing, and you know what your path is. So I think that it's just little things, really just focusing smaller goals and things like that for you. Let's see if that's yeah, I mean, if we're looking at now, we're looking at relationships here. I feel like there's definitely going to be options for you. I do sense a struggle with, trusting other people. But I feel like if you're, aside from the financial piece with relationships with people, I think that you definitely are going to have options. Definitely have options. And I think that I think it's going to be a successful month for you. I think that financially it's good. It seems like it's going to be successful. I think it's more like energy wise, like things are going to feel pretty good for you. Um it's really just the little things, really. Um yeah, I pulled out family quarrels. So I don't know if there's going to be maybe some type of issue with family at some point, maybe an argument with somebody. Um Somebody that, maybe you just had some issues with maybe in the past. I feel like this is something, yeah. See, this is showing me some type of not agreement, distant with some type of family member here. Family doesn't always mean blood, though, so just remember that as well. Um, I think that there might be some type of disagreement or issue with a family member. Um, so I would definitely be aware of that. That's a lot of get excited hitting up. Yeah, I think you're definitely gonna have options, but I still feel like there's like that trust thing that, I've been hurt type deal. So definitely be aware of that. And, I wouldn't, I get the sense of like, I wouldn't move into anything too quickly. Like, I feel like I want commitment, but like I feel also that like I'm so focused on everything else in my life that something that gives me a strong type of commitment and putting all of my energy into that is not really should be your focus right now. I mean, connecting and having relationships with people is one thing, but I think that I feel like your main focus should be on your goals and in that career place for you. A lot of people have family issues. Can't help it sometimes. So I hope that was good focus for you. Some things to look forward to. Awesome. You're very welcome. What has Diego been thinking about? He's been what has Diego been thinking? What has Diego Bank I see you. I don't know how to pronounce that correctly. Bonka. Grace, you're after to call. All right, Diego. Thoughts and feelings. Thoughts and feelings. Diego's feelings about us. Now you say us, does that mean are you in a relationship with somebody and you're wondering if what they're thinking about the connection? Kaylin, how are you? Are you wondering what Diego's feelings are about you and the connection? No. Did you just mean you in general? Because you said us. So I didn't know if that's you, like, in a connection with somebody else. Or your current relation. Like, what is this person thinking about your current relationship? We aren't talking. I'm doing pretty good, Lynn. Just having a relaxing evening. Just hanging out. Okay, okay. Yeah. Oh, I feel like okay, so I feel like there's some point of somebody feeling like there's a lack of trust. Um, I really feel like you're hoping that the connection will end up in something or at least have some type of communication. Um, because I got a feminine energy here, really kind of hoping for at least some type of friendship. But I definitely feel a distance here. So I don't really know what the outing was between you two, but there's just, oh yeah, there's more and more lack of trust here. Like somebody's not either not trusting in the connection, or we're not really, or just in general not having, some type of trust. Mm. Yeah, I feel like we're just kind of see, I feel like the feelings are really tricky here. Is what I'm trying to pull out is the feelings. I feel like there's mixed feelings is the problem. I'm not getting like a direct this is exactly how I'm feeling. I feel like there's multiple different feelings. Sorry, I hit that with my arm, but because I sense like there's trust issues, but I'm also sensing a fact of really wanting to connect. Yeah, there's a lot of mixed emotions coming from this energy. There's not just not just one. You know, I feel like in order for this connection, if we were to come back together, I feel like I would need some type of change. I would need either some more information from you to know that I can trust like what you say to me, or trust kind of your like what are your intentions. Um because I just feel like if you really are wanting to, because I strongly feel like from the feminine energy, like I really just want to communicate. Um, but I feel like that's not going to happen unless there is some type of change. And I think this person is it gives me a sense of like this person's in a place of not really knowing how they feel about the connection, because I just feel like there's so mixed emotions. I get a lot of not so much distance, but it's kind of looking the other way. Like we're kind of ignoring the situation. So I feel like this person is probably in a place of not really wanting to communicate because for one, I don't really know how to communicate with you. And two, I don't think that things would change, or I don't feel like I something's telling me like I don't have the answers that you want. Um yeah. I know that you're saying that you miss him, but I feel like this person is in a place of they've really kind of just let this connection go. Um, I feel like they're also in a place of it gives me the sense of kind of like they're moving on. They've moved on. Yeah. I really feel like they're in a place of they moved on, because there's a lot of movement here and yeah, there's a lot of movement here. So let's see. Mhm. Yeah, I feel like we have moved on. Yeah, yeah, there is the ending of change along with more distance, commitment. I think that if there is any type of conversation or messages that are going to come through, I think that it's this person telling you that they've either moved on, or kind of, confirming that situation. If you think that they have been, if you think that this person is in another, relationship here, I think that if there's any messages coming in, it's going to be that. So, I know if you're really wanting to reconnect, I just don't see that happening. But I think that this could give you a chance to maybe get some closure in this situation. You're very welcome. Grace, are you still here? Can you post your question for me, please? Banka, you are next after Grace. I'm trying to do a list. I'm trying. Like if I proceed. Hey, Lauren, I see you. So who I see you as well. So and then Kimmy, are you still here? I'm just trying to make out a list if I can. Lauren. Okay. Kimmy, Lauren. Yeah, absolutely, Gloria. Gloria. And then Kiwi. Kiwi, you want to be added to the list? Grace. What do we look? What would it be like to pursue a career as a lawyer? Yeah, because weren't we talking, Grace? Weren't we talking about what was the other? Did we have two careers? I think the other one was an author, right? Maybe. No, maybe that was somebody else. I'm not sure. What are we looking at here? Yeah, because right off the bat, I'm not fully trusting whether this is something I should be doing or moving forward to. Yeah, I remembered. I'm surprised I remembered. I have a memory of a squirrel, I swear. I see something shiny, I'm like, ooh, shiny. It's awful. Uh yeah, so I definitely feel like this is like I'm not fully trusting if this is the path that if this is gonna be successful for me. Um I do feel like if you were to go into this, that I think you definitely would be recognized for your hard work, because I'm seeing recognition with, good things and success and stuff like that. Um, Not sure what this masculine energy is over here. That I feel like that could be something completely separate, because we're having some issues with a masculine energy here. Um, I think it'd be a hard change. Yeah, this is not going to be something that's easy. I think that this could also make it so it's going to require you to do some moving. And I don't think just along with change, like the change thing is the biggest thing here that I'm seeing. And I think that could become an issue for you. And I don't think it's just change. Like I'm seeing like possibly having to move locations. Um, I don't see this being very easy. I think this is going to be very, very difficult for you. Um, Even beside the fact that we are getting some recognition for our hard work within it. Let's see. I think this is something like, I feel like suspicions of, is this something that I really am going to end up doing? Is this something that I'm really going to be able to commit to? I feel like there's a lot of questionings in this field, more than the other one, because as I can remember, the other one was, it was going to take a lot of hard work, but it was more, feel like it was more successful. I feel like you're definitely kind of getting, like, if you were to go on this path, I feel like emotionally it's going to, it's going to be a hard emotionally. Um, Now, whether you can handle that or not would really be rather on you. Um, but I feel like we're getting more in our head and with this career, like we're having more of a getting in our head about trusting in ourselves. Yeah. Yeah, no, I completely get it. I mean, what is, financially, what does this look like financially? Man, what's with this masculine energy? I'm pulling up other things. I'm trying to ignore it, try to stay on task here. We're having some issues with the masculine energy here. Um, I I feel like the success is there, but I feel also like it's just, I feel like it's gonna be, I feel like going into it, it's kind of like, okay, this is successful, it feels good. But I feel a lot of it not being what you thought it was. It being a lot harder than you thought it was. And really kind of emotionally, I feel like emotionally it's taking a toll on me. I feel exhausted, like emotionally. Um So I think if this is a choice that you definitely decide that you want to go down, I think that make sure that you are emotionally ready for it. Really, how strong can you emotionally be in this situation, knowing that this is definitely going to be a lot harder path for you than the other option, if that makes sense. So I think that just really thinking through and thinking, emotionally, what do you think you're going to be able to handle is pretty much going to help you with your decision. I think that from reading both sides, I mean, for me, I think that emotionally I think it would be easier going the other path, just from what I'm feeling. But I don't think this is something that you're not going to be able to do. I just think that it's just going to be a lot more difficult for you, um, with other things. Yeah, yeah. So just some things for you to think about. Hey, Pasty, how are you? Paste. Let me make sure. All right, feelings and intentions. I'm losing it. Feelings and intentions. Feelings. So I don't know. Are you in current contact with this person right now? Are we in contact with this person right now? No. Okay. So, okay, so that makes more sense to me, just because of the fact that I'm feeling like I'm really wanting something to change, and I'm really wanting some type of recognition, and I'm not getting that. Yeah, so I'm feeling like we're not seeing anything really currently changing within this connection with this person, and I'm not getting the recognition that I need. I feel like I'm in a place of really kind of wanting those things to happen, but I feel like it's just not happening. Yeah, just really wanting that recognition. I I am really, from what I'm getting from this, I feel like you're expecting something that is probably not going to happen. I mean, I'm just not seeing services from him. I feel like your expectations might be different in the connection, or you're hoping from something different than what's really going to play out. Because from what I am feeling is, I think that if you're hoping for something drastic to change in this connection, um, yeah, I just feel like I feel like it's not going to turn out the way that you're hoping or wanting. Yeah, I just, yeah, because everything here is like, okay, I'm trying to either get some more information, or I'm trying to learn more about you, or figure out kind of where to go in this connection. And I just see more and more distance and endings in this sense. Um, so I don't know if you're in a place of maybe hoping this person will, move towards you or physically move. I don't know if there's distance, that much of distance between you. But I feel like this person is not willing to make that change. Like, we are not willing to have that type of connection, that type of strong connection. Yeah, I've just, there's a lot of different types of change here. I feel like emotionally there's change. So I don't know if this person's going through um a place of maybe changing the stuff in their life emotionally, or if they're in a place of just really trying to, you know, emotionally grow in that sense. But there's a lot of different type of change going on here with this person. I feel like that's our main focus. Um, I mean, I feel like I would definitely try to, if you want to contact, I don't see anything with like, if we contact this person, is it going to turn out horribly? I'm not saying that, but I think that if you're expecting, as soon as we talk, like it's going to be a straight love connection, I'm just not seeing that. I feel like this person, I think I feel like his feelings are kind of in a place of he's really just focusing on his life. Um, I feel like his feelings are kind of, it's not negative, but it's like mutual, if that makes sense. Um, yeah, I feel like you're just really wanting that commitment. I feel like this person, direct towards you, I think that there's definitely a sense of like positivity, but there is not a feeling of like love or hate. There's not love or hate. It's literally mutual. It's right in the middle of like whatever that would you could direct that to be. It's not, oh, I, talk to you or sense you and it gives me anger or it gives me like butterfly love feelings. It's just really in the middle of like, friendship. I have respect for you, I don't want bad things to happen to you, but I don't feel romantic towards you. Is he married already? I mean, I'm getting a no for that. I think that this person is in a place of really focusing on other things in their life than, strong committed relationships at the moment. But that stuff can always change. I would just reach out to him and talk and see how things go, but I definitely would not push it. I feel like if you were to push anything, that it could possibly, scare him off. So, who are you still here? So, good luck to you. Yeah, I literally, if I feel like it's mutual, I feel like you could call this person and it'd be okay, but just don't, I wouldn't push anything. And things can change. Nothing is set in stone. So, who are you still here? Can you see your last on my list? Because I'm close to the You're very welcome. Okay, Kimmy, are you still here? Yeah, my wife gets off in a very short time, and if I'm still on here, I have to. Yeah, I try to get off when my wife gets home. I just was coming on for a short time. Kimmy, Lauren, Gloria. There's three, but nobody's answering me, so I'm just gonna Kimmy or Lauren. Lauren's here. Okay. All right, Lauren. Gloria, you'll be after Lauren unless Kimmy comes in. What's going on here? Oh, Kimmy. Okay, Kimmy, I'll read you after Lauren, okay? Hmm. Lauren, is this somebody that you have some type of relationship with or a connection with? Like, what's the relationship between you and this person? And is this person still with us? Okay. Because a lot of the times, if like somebody's like passed away or something and they're coming into your dreams. Okay. So it's not one of those situations. What are we dreaming about this person? I mean, first off, you'd be surprised what your conscious does. I've learned that a lot in my life. Now, did you feel any type of like like anything with this person? Like an off feeling? Ooh. Yeah, I feel like there's some type of off, like something you can't put your finger on type feeling. Yeah. Hmm. I am really wondering if I don't know how much you know about this person, but I feel like there's some type of. I feel like I'm getting directly of like what is kind of might be happening in this person's direct life because I'm getting some type of addiction. And I feel like that's kind of where the off putting, I mean, that could be literally anything emotionally. Um, Huh, that's interesting. See, I'm not really getting like a direct, yeah, I'm getting more thoughts and feelings here between the connection. I feel like this person does have some type of physical attraction to you. Um, for some reason. Here's the other question. Have you met your twin flame? Do you know who your twin flame is? Because I feel like there's some type of like I don't know, like I can't put my finger on it. I'm like, what it is. Like some type of like, I don't know. Like I feel like I don't literally want too much to do with this person, but like for some reason in my mind, it's kind of like I'm curious. I want to know, but like why the fuck do I want to know? Like I don't like it's really confusing. So sometimes when people feel that like magnetic pull without really thinking about it, it can possibly be, um, a sign of a twin flame connection. And I'm just going to ask directly because if it's not, then I don't want to continue on that thought. But is this a twin flame connection? Yeah, I mean, romance. I'm getting the strong like twin flame connection. So I think that is like a possibility. I mean, I've got yes for that. So I think that it's funny because people are always chasing their twin flames, and in a sense, a lot of the time, you got to think this is kind of complete opposite of you. You know what I mean? And there's always that magnetic pull that you just can't understand. Like for me, I am not with my twin flame because I can't. I know. No, I am like, nope. I know who my twin flame is, but I could never be with that person. Yeah, and it's also kind of like that sense of like it's back and forth. It's everything about you that you hate this person could possibly be. But that magnetic pole is twin flame energy. And so when you're having things like dreams or not really understanding how you're feeling towards this person, even though maybe you don't know them that well, and things are kind of aligning like that, to me, I personally feel like that is definitely twin flame energy. And this could be one of those situations where you're feeling it, but the other person doesn't. Not everybody knows what twin flames are and how that all that works. Um, yeah. So, I feel like if you're really wanting to maybe connect with this person, at least socialize in some way, talk to the friend about it and see what they have to say. Maybe at least making it so the connection is civil, at least, and see how you're getting off feelings with that. Um, maybe somewhere to start with. You said it says loss. Yeah, I mean, I feel like this person gives me the sense of like kind of ungrateful. This person does not feel like they're in a good place. I feel like this person emotionally in their life is going through a lot of shit. I think that they're having a really hard time in their life. And I think that could be a reason also why you might be having more, thoughts and feelings, or, even, conscious dreams about this person, because they are struggling so much. Um, yeah, I think emotionally it's an emotional struggle. This person is definitely going through things right now at this point, and that could be a possible, the reason why you're having those dreams. Yeah. So the next move is really up to you on how you want to continue that connection, or maybe explore it some more and see what happens. Do some more research on twin flames and see how you feel things might connect more for you in that sense. Hi, how are you? Louise, I'm closed for the night, but thanks for hopping in and saying hi. Okay, Kimmy, are you still here? And then Gloria. Gloria, I see you. I want to give Kimmy a chance. If Kimmy is still in. Kimmy, can you post your question, please? Mhm. Okay. An Aquarius with feelings? Just kidding. Aquarians don't. Aquarians struggle with their feelings. Are you in contact, or what'd you say? Your boyfriend? Okay, yeah. Aquarius is My wife is an Aquarius. They struggle with their feelings. They shut down. They're like, nope, not talking. Not all of them. I can't say that, but ooh, Pisces. I am a Pisces ascending. Cancer at the heart, though. I'm a crybaby. That's awful. All right. Oh, so right off the bat, I feel like there's definitely suspicions of commitment here. That gives me a sense of more for you. This is kind of like, you know, are you committed to me? Sparkle, I'm closed for the evening. Trust. Somebody definitely was the commitment here. Somebody's definitely having trust and suspicions with commitment. And I'm talking like strong commitment, you know, marriage and things like that. I feel like I'm pulling away though, because of the fact we're definitely pulling away emotionally. I feel like a little bit. Yeah, trust issues lately. Yeah, definitely. Um, I feel like somebody's feeling like they're not being recognized. There's more of the commitment. It's like I feel like I am not, or somebody is not putting their heart into this. Like you've pulled away. Definitely have pulled away. And I feel like this person is not recognizing either their actions, or they're not recognizing how I'm making you feel, if that makes sense. Like I feel like whatever is happening between the two of you, that one person definitely recognizes the situation, but I feel like the other person is just either not seeing it, or they're not recognizing, you know, this piece, you know, and I feel like there's Aquarius feelings here. More distance, more and more distance. You know, I really feel like this person, though I feel like this person does have love there. I feel like I'm kind of just throwing my head instead of there's feminine energy. Feminine energy and the fear of ending of a connection. You know, I feel like there is love there, but I think that because of the distance and the emotional distance and pulling away, that it's hard to see. It's hard for this person to pull out that, you know, talk about commitment and feelings and things like that. I feel like this was all very Aquarius traits right here. Yeah, I mean, okay, so we're coming together in with love and movement. So right here, this is telling me that conversations need to happen, more in-depth conversations need to happen. And so when I when we're talking about, let's go with a generic, Aquarius trait, they are hard to open up because they have this thing of fear. It just, not everybody, but most of them just have a fear of opening up. And the best time, I feel personally, to open up in an intimate setting is the best thing. Open up in their safe space. You know what I mean? So, like, say if you're living together and you have a date night or whatever it is, that's more intimate, more just you and this other person. And those are the types of good times to bring up our feelings, bring up our thoughts, bring up, those deeper things. Now, if you're not living together, then, you know, where they live is a safe place, compared to them coming to you, if that makes sense. So, if they are, if they're in a different location, and they have their own, home or whatever it may be, going into their place, is more comfortable. You're in their space, so it's easier for them to open up when they're more in a comfortable setting for them. But this is definitely it's something that, like, deeper conversations need to happen. This strongly is also telling me that this is not a one-time conversation deal. This is a multiple conversation. Like, we're having to talk multiple times in different places. And I think that that's definitely going to be easier for this person, because so you're not just kind of like going all at it at once, and doing it in small doses. Like, here, we're in an intimate setting, let's talk a little bit, and then move on. And then next time you're in an intimate setting, we'll bring up, something a little bit there, in little doses, because I really feel like this person just emotionally can't take it. But here we're moving, so, and we're coming together, having a conversation, but we're talking about feelings here. So I think that is definitely where it's going to end up. Will you work out? Um, I feel like, if these conversations happen, I feel like things will work out. I think that this is definitely going to be the biggest next step in your relationship. Now, if you have tried to say things to this person, um, I feel like it hasn't been in a safe place for them emotionally, or it hasn't been the right time or setting, for them, not for you, for them. So this is more of putting in the work. Is this a relationship that you really are going to want to put the work in? Because this is the work right here. Um, you know what I mean? So if this is a connection that, oh my God, I really want to keep this going, this is definitely my person for me. This is the work. Relationships are hard, and sometimes you have to put in extra work and put your foot in, you know and, do more work than you feel like you have to. Like, why should I have, like, just a sense of, like, why can't you just talk? Why can't you just open up and just, talk about shit? Some people just can't. Some people, it's just not in them to do that. And sometimes that's where your partner comes in to really push you in there, to say, listen, like, this is the picture. This, kind of like handling it like a, with baby hands. Oh my God. with kid gloves, whatever. I'm tired. You get the point. Some people need that, make a list. Step one, let's talk about this situation. Then, step two, let's talk about this situation. Then you can get a treat, and then we'll go back and talk some more. So yeah, I mean, that would be the next phase in that, and I think that's really going to come to you, because this work's going to be more of you pushing to do this. You're going to be the one really stepping up and having to really figure this out. And I think, don't think of it as, oh, I'm doing all the work in this connection. Think of it as You're doing your work as having this person open, and they're going to be doing the work of being open. So it is going to even out in a way. It just might not feel that way right now, but try to see it in that sense of this person, their work is opening up, and my work is getting to open them up. It just, I feel like this is not going to be something that's overnight. This is going to be definitely, yeah, movement, and definitely a long-term thing. More conversations. So good luck to you. Yes, so I'm going to do Gloria, and then I'll read you after Gloria. You're very welcome. Yes, Sparkle, Sparkle, the list is closed. But thank you for coming in. Excuse me. All right, Gloria. Okay. Gloria, are we in contact? Are we in contact with this person? Gloria, are we in contact with this person? Yes, Kiwi, you're on the list. Gloria, are we in contact with this person? Mm. I feel like there's distance between you and this person. So I don't know if we're in contact with this person or not. Because I feel like there's a lack of recognition, and I feel like there's also some trust. What is the trust here? Masculine energy is quite distant here. Quite distant with the masculine energy. Coming together. Okay. That took a turn. Okay. So right off, I feel like I do feel like there's emotionally distance. I feel like there isn't, you know, enough recognition coming in, like kind of like, hey, look at me, I'm over here type deal. You know what I mean? Like, I really wanted this person to really see me more, acknowledge me more. But I do see you guys, you coming together. Um, I do see you coming together and really kind of it being, in a positive direction. Because when I ask, I'm like, we're coming together here. We're communicating, coming together. This is in person. This is more than messages here for me because of the movement towards that. Yeah, messages with success, masculine energy. I feel like I feel like the emotions of the base of these emotions are definitely going to come from the masculine energy. I feel like the messages are definitely successful, though. I feel like there is going to be communication coming in. So if you have sent a message out and they haven't responded, I feel like either this person, somebody's going to definitely, we're going to connect here at some point. Um, because I feel like this masculine energy is coming in, but I feel like we're not either not trusting or we're kind of just because of the distance. I think that we're not coming in directly as, oh, let's start, a relationship type deal. I think this is definitely going to come in not maybe not what you're expecting, maybe something simple as in just like a hi or hello, nothing too in depth. Um, but I do feel like that masculine energy here is having deeper feelings. So, but I don't necessarily feel like they're going to be open to this just because of the fact that we're just pulled back right here because this is kind of like my negative card, but along very positive things that are happening. So, if things are moving in a positive direction, I feel like this person is just really questioning things for some reason. Um, between you and this person, but there's definitely communication coming in here. I just feel like it's maybe not going to move as fast or maybe in depth as you would expect it to be because there's like, trust. I get a sense of like somebody in this connection has just been really, really hurt in their life, either by other people or, other relationships in general. Just because these two pair give me this sense of, I just I feel like that the trust thing, and it's not you in general. I don't think this trust isn't giving me a sense of I don't trust you because of something you did. This is telling me like I have trust issues just in general, if that makes sense to you. Um, so I think it's going to be harder for this person to fully open up. But we're communicating. We're communicating. Of course, more feelings here. I feel like I feel like I don't know if this is you or the other person though. I did pull some abundance things happening. I know that's kind of separate, but there's definitely, some good finances coming. And I feel like that's also a focus. I don't know if this other person or you. Um, but I think that it feels like good things are in the move. Yeah, just because I'm pulling this is telling me that we're in a place of movement. but we're also in a place of this is straight abundance for me. So I'm wondering if this person is really focusing on their career path, and that's like really what their main focus is right now. Um, so if they're not currently communicating, that could be, a reason why. Because we're celebrating our success. So I think that things are definitely going to move, in that type of direction for you with this person's connection. I think just be aware that, if you're expecting something, right off the bat to be, you know, a really, really strong connection, I think that romantic connection in that sense is going to take a little bit longer for this person. I feel like we're definitely communicating though. So I hope that was some positivity, some positive movement for you. Um, let's see if I can pull like a timeline of communication. I feel like if this person hasn't contacted you, maybe within the next month, um, I would try to, maybe go out and message them again and see what happens. You're very welcome. Sahu, are you still here? Whoops. And then Kiwi, you're next. And then Pasty, if you're still here. Are you in contact with this person? So who are we talking at all? Okay. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing the distance. And then on top of that, I'm also seeing suspicions of commitment. Um, I feel like this person still has feelings for you. I feel like that isn't gone. I really feel like whatever feelings this person had, I feel like there's still lingering feelings with this person, still has feelings. Feelings of success. Yeah, I mean, I feel like if you're asking about feelings, I'm getting kind of a sense of like it doesn't matter, how many fights we have. It doesn't matter, how angry we get at each other or whatever that may be. Like I still have love for you. There's still feelings here. Yeah, I still feel like I still have feelings, connected to this relationship. I think that there's a lot of lingering anger. I'm still angry. Like, I feel like this is not an ended, has not been ended. This is not an ending connection in the sense of like for me moving on is not really happening here. I feel like this person has not moved on. If they said they have moved on, they're full of shit and they're lying because there's no way. There's absolutely no way this person has emotionally moved on. Um, I feel like I'm just holding on to a lot of the negative, the negative. I feel like I'm not going to come out and tell you, oh, I still love you in that sense because I'm still thinking about past negative things in this. Yeah. But I mean, just because they're in a relationship with somebody else doesn't mean they've moved on. Like they might have moved on physically, but emotionally in their head, they have not moved on. There's still lingering feelings here. There is no closure in this relationship yet. There hasn't been any closure. So this person is still holding on to anger, but in a sense of like still having that, lingering love feeling as well. So yeah, so just because they've, been in another relationship does not mean that they have moved on. And if they said they have, I'm gonna tell you right now they're full of shit. Yeah. Ah, and they're stuck in a cycle. This cycle is a not ending cycle, so I I feel like I feel like if this person were to come back into your life, nothing is going to change. This connection is not going to change. Um, so, I think you really need to decide, knowing how your relationship was before, do you want to continue this back and forth? Because this person is just, the cycle is not going to end here. It's just going to be back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Unfortunately. So I think at that point, I think that you need to really look at this connection and think for yourself, is this something you want to keep dealing with? You know? Yeah, because there is no change here. I'm not seeing this person change at all. I mean, yeah, I definitely see it being possible, but I'm not seeing that be in necessarily a positive way. I mean, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't think that, I feel like it's just kind of a cycle of we get together, things are good, and then it just gets bad again. Yeah, just loss of control, anxiety, loss of control. You know what I mean? It's just, it's a never, and there is no change. There is no change. So, like I said, at that point, I think that you need to figure out what you want for yourself. You know, you can love somebody, but if things aren't going to change in that connection, how is that going to help you emotionally? You know what I mean? And I think that if anything's going to break the cycle, it feels like it's going to have to come from you to break that cycle, you know? And I think that if he's in, another relationship, like I said before, it doesn't mean that he's moved on. It's kind of just, he's not moved on. He's just kind of doing whatever. He's just going with the movement here in life. I really feel like for you, this is a possible karmic connection. I feel like this might be something, a type of connection for you that is maybe going to make you push to make yourself a better person. What is this connection doing for you emotionally? You know, Kiwi, are you still here? And then Pasty, if you're still here as well. Can you post your question, please? Okay. Goals of feminine. That's interesting. So, I mean, beside from your question, I sense like a feminine energy that's kind of like in, I don't know if you have anybody that you can think of in mind that you've lost in your life that you were close with, as a female, feminine energy. It could be an ancestor as well, but I feel like you're heavily guided because it's really strong energy for me. Yeah. Feel like I feel like if you've questioned, like, in your life, if am I being guided at all, like, you definitely have support on that side. Um, just because, like, oh, I feel so emotional. Like, I feel really down. I feel really, really emotional. So if there's a sense of like, looking for some type of support and not feeling like that's there. I feel like, from the other side that there definitely is some guidance. Definitely some guidance from that side. That was just a side note because that's just what it pulled up right for me. Um, outside of that. Yeah. Like I literally it's funny because whoever this is pulling me into a situation where I'm literally sitting at the edge of the bed with my head in my hands and I'm just bawling my eyes out like controllably, like, and for some reason this person is on the side of me and puts their arm on my shoulder to give me some type of warmth and comfort. And so I feel like it's just kind of like a depression sense. And so, like you say, if you got postpartum will do that, you know what I mean? And kind of feeling like that lost sense of like nobody understands. I don't have like I know this is kind of like like I said, like aside from what the question you asked, but I'm kind of just going with what I'm feeling here. Um like this person is just making me feel like wanting to tell you that you are a strong person. Like this is only happening during the moment and that you are supported. You have that care and love and that when you're in those times of that, times of depression or however you may feel, or even the feel of like I'm alone because for some reason I feel like nobody understands me. Nobody understands me. Yeah. So here with this connection, I feel like, so, and you said school. That's funny because I had to pull these cards before you even said the school piece, and here we have books. So that's, that would make that connection. But of commitment, recognition, man. I do feel like we're talking about commitment here, though. And here in this situation, I feel like there's messages coming in. Like we're really talking about like what is your commitment into this relationship? What is your commitment to me and my family? Like what are we looking at here? Um, but there's recognition of trust. Let's see. Recognition. Yeah, I feel like I am really either coming into like realization of, maybe I just can't trust you or trust, how this is going to play out. Um, yeah, focus on school. You know, and this is telling me here that there's a sense of change. We're coming together and changing, but I'm still distant. So I feel like if this person is gonna come into, your life, continue to do that type of stuff, I feel like this person is more of, you know, not so much romantic wise. I feel like this is more based on focusing on the children, focusing on my responsibilities in that sense. So if you feel like this person is just not doing what they're supposed to be fucking doing, I feel like there is that change of definitely having, taking on that, responsibility and whatever that may be in your situation. But I'm still distant from you. We're still distant. Yeah, I feel like this person is just really closed off emotionally in this connection. You know, I do feel like there is definitely a point of change, but I don't think it's. Let me pull some more here. Yeah, like we're literally just focusing on our work here. We're focusing on that piece. I don't want to see anything else other than what I feel like I need to do. Which is kind of bullshit when you have children. Like, just saying. Like, yeah, I feel like this person kind of gives me the sense of kind of like having that, Like, I'm gonna do what I want when the fuck I want. Like, I don't care what you say. Like, and it's kind of like, dude, really? You know? Like, that's not how this is supposed to work. Like, this is supposed to be like, take care of your shit at this point, you know? Like, this person is like somebody who's definitely gonna be like, this is what I want to do. Like, really just kind of closed off, So, more feelings and thoughts. More feelings and thoughts. So here I'm definitely getting the sense of it's a control thing. This is a control thing. This is giving me the sense of like, it's just control. But here, this is telling me like there's a bit of fear here. Yeah, you know what I mean? I mean, we're asking like, does this person love me directly? I don't feel that. I don't feel like this person is really in that place. I feel like this person is insecure. There's insecurity here. Like deep down inside, this person is really, there's a lack of self-confidence. Like, I think that's where like it's like a hidden thing. You know what I mean? Like I'm the type of person like my deeper really feelings like I'm not going to show. Like I need to act like a tough guy here. Um I think this person has a lot of insecurities. Yeah. This person has a lot of insecurities and I wonder if there's also a lack of confidence in a place of like deep down inside feeling like I don't think this is something that I can handle. I don't know if I'm emotionally strong enough to be that type of person. Like these are deeper feelings. So instead of really dealing with those feelings on a deeper level, I'm just going to front it in that sense. And I think, yeah, if you're saying, it's time to focus on yourself, I think that's what I would do, you know. And I think that's also, probably why um the people on the other side for you are telling me like, hey, you're not alone. You're not alone. um yeah, I think for me personally, I would focus on myself, and I do, like I said before, I do see some change coming in, this person coming in. um and I feel like there's definitely going to be some trust issues with like, are you really going to be committed to this, taking responsibility? I mean, if they want to come in and take responsibility for, the kids or whatever, that, that type of responsibility, I think it's going to be more of like, we need to talk about it and see, like that type of thing. You know what I mean? Because for me, I have children, you know what I mean? And so, just from me being a mother to a mother, you got this guy, father or not, coming in, saying, I'm going to be there, for your, for the child, but then, really making sure this person is going to be committed, you know what I mean, emotionally. Because sometimes, I don't know how, if you have a baby or if you have, any older children, even then, this is something that could last years on back and forth, in and out, you know what I mean? Really having those conversations of being, you can't be committed to me, but at least be consistent with your own fucking kids. You know what I mean? Like, Because I tell you what, I've dealt with that. I have dealt with that. Yeah. So if he wants visitation, then guess what? There's your commitment. You want to have commitment, you can be committed and take care and do your visitations and do what you need to do. Take care of your fucking responsibilities, you know? You can't keep coming in and out, in and out. You know, it's like that's, you know, emotionally for the child, you know, like I said, I don't know how old your children are, but you know, emotionally for a child, like it's it's it hurts them. Like they're humans too. Like these are little people. They've got a lot of feelings. So yeah, you know, I focus on you. Do what you need to do. You know what I mean? And when you get to those times where you know, in a moment of feeling like how do I keep pushing? How do I continue? Like, in that struggle, just you're not alone. You have, you know, even though it's not really, it's kind of my world of, you know, oh, you know, there's some your guides. You can't see them, but I promise they're there. Doesn't really fully help everybody, but don't be afraid to, you know, when you're really in a deep place, just talk to them, you know, be like, hey, can you please give me some extra strength right now? I really need it, you know. Because I get a sense of like you're definitely you're a strong person. It's just hard. The way the world is today, you know, it's been everybody's been going through it. I tell you what. You know what? I'm gonna give you a little bit of focus real quick. Pasty, are you still here? Just one more card for you, Kiwi, real quick. Something for you to focus on. Just something a little something for yourself. I feel like you're just really needing some emotional healing right now. Uh, unconditional love. You can't really say it, but allow yourself to be open to giving and receiving love without fear or rejection. Give love without expecting recognition and acknowledging in return. Loving others and helping others, bringing out their love with them so they feel uplifted, worthy, and cared for. Love yourself for the way you are, not the way you were or something in the future you could be, and extend this love to others. Teaching others how to love and respect you by the way you love and respect yourself. I don't go out with friends either. I don't, it's kind of like after you have kids, things kind of like, what's the point, you know? Acknowledging spirit. Oh my God. Self love and acknowledging spirit. Acknowledging spirit. And that's hilarious because that's kind of exactly what I said. Know that the love Know that love is a creative force. It's not always in front of you. Sometimes it's on a different realm, you know. So good luck to you, my dear. Hey Mona, I'm currently closed, but thanks for popping in. I don't get a much adult time. My time's more like, you know, making sure my kids don't kill each other on a daily basis. I've got two boys and they're always like fighting over the stupidest stuff. You're welcome. It's like, that's my stick. I'm like, it's a stick. And how did it get into my house? Pasty, are you here? You're my last read of the night. I don't take pasties, yeah. Mona, go ahead. I don't think Pacey's here, so I can do one more read. And then I'm off here for the night because it's 1 o'clock in the morning. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm tired. Financials. So what do we look at? Financials. Small. I feel like so right at the bat, I feel like are are you not feeling like you're being recognized where you are? Wow, there's a lot of trust problems here. Financial stuff. Hmm. Yeah. I don't know what this trust thing is, but I mean, I pull two big, like when I pull two of my trust cards right out here, it's like I'm really not trusting in something. I feel like financially things are definitely moving in a more positive way, but I don't feel like money is directly the issue. I feel like this is more of like an emotional stance here. Like this is just feeling like, like are we not trusting, our coworkers? Because I'm friends here, so I don't know if there's like friends you've made, in the workplace or people were communicating, maybe not fully trusting or some type of situation that's happened within the workplace. I don't, like I said, I don't feel like it's the money that's the issue. I think either we're not being recognized. I feel like there's drama possibly in the workplace as well. Um, I feel like there are going to be options opened up to you here. So I think that, if you're wanting to stay in the workplace, that there could possibly be some recognition at some point. Because this is my options here. Like we're gonna have options to either continue, could be, moving up different position or possibly another job at some point. Um, but I feel like whatever that may be, it's going to give you some suspicions on where you want to go. I think it's just this is a lot of questioning where I'm moving to, I think that when these options open up for you, there's going to be a lot of things to think about and lay out, um, to move toward, with success. But I feel like whatever you do decide financially, I've got good things coming in financially. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So, I think it's just like it feels like a drama piece, other people, messages, communication of change. Communication of change. There's definitely something coming in. And I feel like something is moving here. And like you said, doubting yourself. I think the only thing that is just gonna have to sit down and really figure out what you want to end up doing in this situation. Um, I feel like if you end up deciding to take some type of, another job, I think that whoever you feel connected to, maybe at your workplace, it could end some type of friendship connection. I feel like a lot of the issues are just connections with other people. Oh, I feel that. I'm a Cancer. All emotions up in here. So, you know, um, yeah, I think I think that going forward here, I think the biggest thing is really kind of, deciding what your next move is. Um, what is going to be better for you emotionally, you know what I mean? And and money wise too. I don't feel, like I said, I don't feel like the money's going to be the biggest issue, but money's always an issue no matter where you're going or what you're doing. You always have to put that factor in there. But absolutely, I think it's definitely a time of really, like, sitting down and putting out your pros and cons towards whatever, open options you are going to have. So if you have, options opening up, I think that, write pros and cons list and really figuring out what is going to better, fit you in that sense, and really just really think everything out. And I think things will be, I think things are going to work out in your favor. Hey Denise, how are you? What's your question, Denise? Good to hear. Good to hear. So good luck to you, Mora. I'm doing okay. Thanks. New, I'm done for the night. Denise donated, so I'm going to. Um, if you want a private reading, I can do that. But I'm done for readings for the night. I just asked for like $5 donations. Depends on how much detail you want. Um, yeah. Oh, we're going straight for the yes or no questions. We're not today's. We're not even messing around, are we? Is Vincent so romantically involved? I mean, I'm just gonna scribe this at this point. Is Vincent still romantically involved with Kat? Vincent still Catherine. I mean, that gave me a yes, but you know me, I'm still gonna pull anyway. Just more than three cards. What's silver involved with? Yeah, yeah. I think they're definitely. I feel like there's somebody's wanting some type of commitment. I think this is more than just. Oh man. Um. Yeah, I think I think in this connection, one person is definitely having more feelings than the other, but I definitely feel like we're still involved with this person. Somebody's really trying to want commitment. Like this is like I want to be like married, like deeper type thing. But then I get like another person being like, "Yeah, I'm not really there." So, if this person decides to possibly propose to this person at some point, I'm seeing a possible shutdown of that, and that's embarrassing. Um, so there definitely is some involvement in this connection still. Yeah, that's where we're at. Yeah, so if he it could be from him. He's probably just like doing whatever. And this other person's like, really wanting something else. And, you know, see, now you got me being all types of nosy. Like, is he the one wanting more commitment? Oh, that went to no. So it's definitely the female in the situation wanted the more commitment, not him. Yeah. Is she after his money? I mean, that's a yes. So, this person, I think knowing that this person has money is like, oh, if you got a money and we're, could have more of a commitment, that money is that money is, yeah, like that's a hard yes. Negative energy. Ugh, that's so frustrating. It's kind of sad though, you know what I mean? Like this person only wanting commitment because they have something that they want part of. Yeah. Like that doesn't, I mean, it makes sense, but in this sense, they're not on the same path. I think that if she wants commitment and she comes to him for the commitment, I really feel like he's just gonna shoot her down with it. Ugh. And it's funny because if this person doesn't, I mean, if this person's protecting themselves, then it's possible that things could work that way. But I'm not seeing him agreeing to more commitment, you know? So, you know, that's that. Sounds like a mess. Sounds like a mess. You're welcome. Absolutely. To be continued. Absolutely. You're like, who knows what's going to happen tomorrow? Something else might happen. Oh, thank you so much. Have a good night. I'm trying to pull in as much as I can before my wife comes through the door. Okay. Yeah, it's hard. I'm not with my twin flame, but I also do not like. I'm like, can I have a different twin flame? Like mine sucks. I'm not with my twin flame. I'm married to my soulmate, but like I know who my twin flame is, and I know. I'm like, what? Why? It'd be somebody like not somebody that I hate. Like I hate my twin flame. Complete opposite. But whatever, it is what it is. But it's like no matter where I go, there's something always popping up, and I'm like on my news feed, I'm like, get out of here, go away. All right, I'm off here for the night. It's almost 1:30. I'm tired. If anybody wants private readings, my email should be in my bio or description. Um, those are always welcome, and I can schedule those pretty easily. If not, I will definitely be on again this week. I was away for a while, so thanks everybody who came in. Have a good night and blessed be.